If you need a delicious and easy dinner idea for this week, Chef Plum has you covered.
So he's showing us how to make a delicious Asian chicken salad. You know that thing you order at the restaurant, but we can make it at home. Hi, Chefy.
Hey guys, how are you?
We're excellent on this Monday. How are you?
I am living the dream. I'm so excited. It's beautiful outside, and I'm making a fun salad for you guys today. So who can be more happy about that?
And it's a Chinese chicken salad, is that right?
Yeah, it's a take on that essentially. So it's one of those things you probably have a lot of the stuff in the house for, and you know what the secret ingredient for this is?
Ramen noodles. I
These
knew it.
guys.
Wait, I have those. I have those. Does it matter if they're beef or chicken flavored?
No, that's just a little packet thing. Don't even worry about that.
Okay.
So let me show you something. So maybe on a Sunday like me, you had one of these little rotisserie chickens for dinner you get from the grocery store. It's a great thing to have. I have a little left over in the fridge. So I took some of that and I shredded it all up like this with my hand. It's easy. Just tore it apart. Super easy. Now, here's what we're going to do. The hardest part of this, Kara, is going to be to make the dressing. And we're going to do that right now. It's not as hard as it sounds like, okay? So the hardest part is I've got one of these little graters here and a garlic clove. If you want to use garlic powder, you certainly can, but I prefer to use fresh garlic in this. A little bit of garlic.
You have like changed my life.
Ginger here, right? Like a little fresh ginger.
I'm now grating garlic and ginger because of you. I never knew you could do that. Now I'll actually do it.
Yeah, it's so much easier, right?
I didn't know that. I was like, oh, all the chopping and this. But if all you have to do is go like this, I can do that.
That's it, right? So I put some ginger, I put some garlic in there. There we go. That's the hard part. I'm going to add a little rice vinegar. I'm going to add about a quarter cup or so of rice vinegar. I'm going to add about a quarter cup of soy sauce here, like this. And then I'm going to add a little sesame oil. Now, if you don't have sesame oil, you want to use vegetable oil or something, that's totally fine as well. So you hear me on the show talk all the time about seasoning food. And while I pour that oil, I'm just going to spin it with my whisk right here. I talk about seasoning food, but soy sauce is already very salty, so you don't need to season it. It's super salty as it is.
Okay.
There we go. That's our dressing. How hard is that?
Was that equal parts of those three things? Just a third, and a third, kind of?
That's it.
Okay.
Yep, that's it. Keep it simple. And then you want to keep it smaller, you do a tablespoon, a tablespoon, a tablespoon. I keep it all easy. Keep it the same measurement for all of it.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got this done now. Now, in this bowl, I've got a little bit of lettuce and some cabbage. I just kind of shredded up with my knife.
And that you can
mix
buy
that up, and what we're gonna...
already done in the store. They have those.
Yes, you can do that too. You know, one of the things you can do is kind of a cheat. You can also buy those bags of coleslaw. You've seen those?
Yeah.
You can buy that and use that if you want. But I'm going to put that in here like this. I'm going to add a little bit of our dressing right on top. Give it a little toss around. And then what I do is I actually take the chicken and I'm going to put the chicken in there so I can toss it all up together like this. All right? So there we go. The sauce is in there. The chicken's in there. The greens and the cabbage are in there. Let's plate this guy up. Check this out. This is where you get kind of fancy with it if you want. I'm going to take this and put it on my plate like this. There we go. Beautiful. Now make it stack high, Scott. The higher it looks, the better it looks. That's
all right, stack it high. All right, I know that. That's good.
I'm going to add some of these little mandarin oranges.
I love mandarin oranges. I love mandarin oranges.
I like to use a little peanuts.
Peanuts?
On top. If you don't want to use peanuts, you could use almonds. There's so many different other things you could use. Any kind of nuts. I like the crunchiness. I can tear off a little bit of cilantro and put there as well. And now, here's where we get really fancy. I've got that ramen noodle thing I was talking about, right?
Yep.
I'm going to break a piece of that off in my hand, just like this. And I'm going to crunch it up.
Oh, you're not even
put it right
cooking
on top, just like this.
Wait, you don't cook it?
Not even going to cook it.
Wow.
Nope.
You just eat it like that, and that's okay? Wow.
They're nice and crunchy right on top of there. And then if you want to, you can take a little radish, a little fresh radish like this, and finish it off with a few radish slices. You certainly don't have to. It's up to you. But look at this. If you want to, look at how beautiful is this. And now, here's a couple of things to note about this salad, right? This is one of the easiest things that you can make like this. Super easy, super delicious, very healthy. I like to finish it with a little bit of that dressing before we serve it. There we go. But there's no right or wrong here, right? That's the beautiful thing about making a salad like this. You want to use almonds? Use almonds. You want to switch this up and use romaine lettuce and maybe some salad mix or something like that, a little mesclun or spinach. You could do that. The chicken itself, whatever you have left over, you can use. Or if you just buy some like a chicken breast and want to boil it or roast it in your oven, that'll work too. There's no right or wrong here. There's so many great ways to make a delicious salad just like this. Incredibly easy, using a lot of leftovers and things you already have in the house. And don't be afraid to get a little freaky with it and mess with some of the ramen noodles, because we all have these, right?
How do you shred the lettuce? Do you use that shredder thing that you know, like a cheese grater type thing?
I buy it shredded. I don't know.
You cut it up.
Like this.
Okay.
But they literally have the packets of like already washed, you know, cabbage and coleslaw. Like yeah.
Right, you can see I cut it into smaller pieces like this. Whenever you cut stuff, a good tip I can tell people, whenever you cut stuff like this, cut it into pieces that'll fit in somebody's mouth. There's nothing worse than getting a big piece like something like this to eat. It doesn't fit in your mouth. So think about that when you're doing it. Make it so it fits inside somebody's mouth, because we don't want to have to like disconnect our jaws to eat things. So keep it small, make sure the pieces fit in your mouth, bite-sized pieces, and you'll be good to go with this. This is one of my favorite tips.
We have wisdom from Chef Plum right now.
What's coming up for you? Sorry, go ahead.
You don't want to disconnect your jaw and pile high to make it look better.
Exactly. What's coming up?
High to make it look pretty. Hey, listen, over at CT Public, we are changing all kinds of food content. We're super excited about it. Seasoned is now going to be a great, it comes out once a month as a podcast, as well as on the radio on WNPR. But not only that, the new newsletter coming out with all kinds of fun stuff. Check it out at ctpublic.org/food. Sign up the newsletter. We're going to help you get through the holidays. We're going to help you get through any other month you have, any special days, birthdays. We're going to make it happen. Recipes, videos, all kinds of fun stuff. I can't tell you how fired up I am about this.
All right. Thank you, Chef.
Plum. That's so easy.
You guys are the best. Have a great Monday.
You too.
I could